Hi there, everyone. Happy Monday to all of you. I hope that life is treating you a little bit better than perhaps the past couple of weeks. I wanted to start off this reading today just asking for the strength and the guidance that we need going into this week ahead. Um, so, I think that we can thank our guides and guardians, our angels and ancestors, for dragging us through the last 2 weeks. I felt like that was the appropriate phrase to use because it does feel like some of us have been dragged backwards through a bush with all of these energies that we've had, and we've come out on the other side. Some of you will still be feeling the effects, especially if you've done energy sessions with me and that kind of thing. There's still things that are changing and shifting, and we just have to get as much rest as we can, drink lots of water, encourage your body to flush things out, your mind, your spirit. This is a time to take negativity baths and have some quiet time when you can, and just try to be receptive and just let the powers that be do their thing. Let the energies change and shift and do what they need to do without us having too much intervention, and just letting the shifts happen. All right, if you need to cry, if you need to scream into your pillow, whatever you need to do, if you need to sleep for a bit longer, just allow yourself to do whatever you feel is necessary. Okay. So if you're new here, very welcome. My name is Shireen, and this is Aero Aces, where we do a reading for the week ahead every week. And welcome to my regulars. As usual, I love you very much, and I'm very grateful for you, and welcome back. So what we do is every week we look at the energies for the week ahead and what is coming towards us and what we might be dealing with and what advice Spirit can give with regards to that. Okay, so I'm using 3 different decks today. The first one that I'm using is the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Then we have the Shamanic Healing Oracle, and then Doreen Virtue's Angel Therapy Oracle. These are the ones I was drawn to use today, and we're going to see what comes up. And if we need some tarot, I'm going to use the Art Nouveau tarot deck to just give a bit more clarity. Okay, so we're going to first see what the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle wants to share with us today, and we're going to see what comes up. Okay, I have pre-shuffled just to save a bit of time, but I'll always do one more just before I draw the cards, so you know I haven't messed with anything. Okay, so can I please see what Spirit needs us to know, or what energies we might be dealing with this coming week, please? There we go. There's the first one. So the first one we've got here is alchemy. This is certainly a time for manifestation. Okay, manifestation is high right now. And when manifestation is high, we automatically think, oh, well, that's wonderful. It's only the good stuff. But if we're going through something that is seemingly negative, we also can manifest negative stuff. When manifestation is high, it means that your thoughts become things, your words become things. All right. Transition. That's the other one that's come up here. So let me read to you, and then we'll get further into it. It says here, the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. You see, these are energies that can be transmuted now. That's why I said it's very important to make sure that you are clearing your energy, you're drinking a lot of water, you're getting the rest you need, you're having those negativity baths and showers with a bit of salt or whatever. Cleanse your energy. Do whatever you need to do. Do you want to go on a bit of a juicing cleanse or something like that, or just clean up your diet a little bit? These things are really going to be helpful now. And here we have transition. Ironically, this is the year of the snake, and this just looks like a snake to me. And this is also looking like DNA. Okay, transition into a different phase of your life. This is what I'm getting here. And feeling more connected and realizing how much you are a part of the bigger picture, the universe, the cosmos, everything outside of yourself that is spiritually connected and wants to remind you where you came from. Okay, the write-up here says, the frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go. Surrender to the process and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Okay, so that's what I was saying in the beginning of the reading now, is just allow. Okay, it says here, allow transition to occur with ease and grace. You don't really need to be doing anything. Okay, you just need to embrace the change. We're so afraid of change sometimes, but change is the only thing that brings transition. Alchemy is changing. It's changing base metals into gold or some kind of a precious metal. And we are alchemists of our own destiny to a large extent. So this is what it's reminding you of and saying, don't be afraid to embrace these changes. And you're remembering the magic that you all have inside. Okay, we are getting to a much more spiritual place. The transitions happening on earth now are necessary change. They're nothing new. We're not special because we're having changes in our environment or in the weather or in the dynamics of people, whether that be political or religious or whatever the case is. This is what happens. Change happens all the time, and we're feeling as if, I see a lot of reactions as if to say, oh, this is the end of the world, it's apocalyptic and all is lost. We've got this mindset of despair, and it's really not. It's just change. You just haven't lived through it before. This happens all the time. Every couple of 100 years, every couple of decades, there's change. Without change, we cannot progress. Without change, we cannot evolve. We cannot transform. We cannot transition. There is no alchemy. We need to learn to not be afraid of that, but to embrace it, because the change is necessary, and there's always upheaval and discomfort before we experience change. We should be challenging ourselves. If something feels uncomfortable, we should be moving towards it, because that can teach us something. That can bring change. That can bring transformation and perhaps things that we want. But we have this fear of the things we don't know about. Allow things to change. Allow the planet to change. Allow the dynamics to change. We always profess to know how we, think we know how it's going to work out, but we don't always know. This is hugely positive energy. This next couple of years we're going into is hugely transformational, and this year in particular is where our focus should be, and we should be embracing doing things differently, working on ourselves, and not pointing fingers and looking at everyone else around us and seeing how much fault we can find, because that just causes segregation. It does not cause unity. That is not how you create unity. That's how you create segregation. And unfortunately, these days, segregation is encouraged. We look for how people are different to us and how we can judge them. And we have sometimes a mindset of, well, I'm better than that person because I don't practice that, or I don't believe in that, or I didn't do that. But we need to come back to humility, because none of us are better than anybody else. We're all just trying to navigate this thing called life. We're all just trying to get through it and make the best of it, and have a good life and do good things for our family or ourselves or our friends. Keep yourself in your little place where you can make a difference. If you are helping your family, if you're tending a garden, whatever it is, concern yourself with that and what you're giving out, because what you're giving out can either be love or it can be fear, and fear is hate, and any kind of anything negative comes from a place of fear, whether we like to admit that or not. There's love and there's fear. Those are the only two things, and you need to be coming from a place of love, even if that's in your tiny little corner of the universe. The minute you're putting that out, you're attending to those plants, you're looking after these children, you are supporting your family, whatever you're doing, you are contributing to the greater good. When we're segregating and fighting and pointing fingers, we're contributing to the greater evil. So be mindful in all the thoughts and the actions that you take now, because everything you say is a spell. It's alchemy. That's why it's called spelling, all right? Everything you say has power. What you say to yourself internally also has as much impact as what you say externally. You have the power of alchemy. Be very, very careful and wise in how you use it. Okay, use it for this beautiful transition. These frequencies are coming in. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Remember, Spirit knows better than we do what we need. All right. Sorry for the long spiel, but that was necessary, apparently. Okay, what else do we need to know this week, please? Authority. I like those colors. This is a number 10, okay? So this shows the potential for the closing of a cycle. Old energy going out, new energy coming in. That's that change that I'm talking about. Transition. Without energy leaving our lives, or things, even if it's material things leaving our lives, we cannot have that transition. Okay, it says here, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed and realized, yet receptive, wise and loving. All right, so just reiterating what I've said a couple of minutes ago, and here are these colors of the solar plexus, the heart, and the sacral chakras. Okay, your solar plexus is your power. It's where your fire comes from, your fight or flight, your ambition, your will, your strength of will. And then your heart is literally the spark that gives you life and that sends out all the frequencies that you send out. Things come from the heart, all right? And that can be positive or negative. So again, you're being given the reminder to be very mindful and very careful of how you use that energy, because whatever you're projecting out is what is going to be sent back to you. Okay, and then you've got the sacral, which is very much around our fears. It's around relationships. It's around our relationship to things like food, because our digestive system sits there, our reproductive system sits there, and so it governs our relationships as well as our intimate relationships. And it says here again, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet it is also receptive, wise, and loving. These are powerful cards and very good energy. I'm glad to see the energy shifting. Anything else from this deck of cards, please? Yep, there we go. Earth. Beautiful. There's the green again. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. This is what we're really tapping into, people. So the reality of what's going on around us now is that there are certain things that are going to be revealed to us, that need to be revealed to us. It's imperative that they are revealed to us to remind us of our divinity, remind us of where we really come from, that we are not just this physical body, but we are spiritual beings. And if we are aware of it and we put in the effort, we have the ability to tap into things beyond even this earthly plane, into the cosmos, into other areas of our lives that we are still connected to. That's the place you go to when you leave this body. You are connected to everything. And there is such a network beyond the networks you can even imagine. You know, like the internet baffles people's minds because you can be instantly in contact with anybody anywhere. Our connection is the same. We are transmitters and receivers. There's just certain antennae that are not working so well, all right? But if we work to develop them, we have instant access to all of those things, and there are webs and portals of information, just like the internet, that are out there by the millions, interconnected, and you have access to everything, because we are actually telepathic beings that have the ability to transmit and receive. Your heart transmits frequencies. That's why the heart is, you know, it connects the upper and the lower energy centers, and it's a conduit for all of that energy. Whatever we are feeling is exuded and expanded on by the heart, and it sends out those frequencies. So be mindful of what frequencies you allow into your body and what frequencies you give off. It's vital, because you're going to end up operating this way in the future. That's where we are evolving to, is being more mindful of the fact that we are transmitters and receivers. What are you transmitting? What are you receiving? You need to be able to govern and tweak that little knob for what frequencies you pick up. Okay, so just like, for instance, myself, who's intuitive, I operate at different frequencies, or I have certain antenna that are a little bit more switched on than other people, perhaps. And there are people who do the work I do that are more switched on than I am. But we can work to develop these things. If we are conscious of them and aware of them, that's the first step. Just be receptive, be more aware of things around you, feel connected to the earth, hear the sounds around you, immerse yourself in the elements, listen to the birds singing, and focus on other things other than just the things that aggravate you and dumb you down, because that's what it's about. Anything that makes us angry and takes over our day in a negative way is dumbing us down and blocking us from those vital life-giving forces that we have inherent within us. Okay? All right, anything else from this deck of cards, please? No. Okay, we're done. All right, I'm going to pull a look at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, this is number 9. Allowance. Again, beautiful colors, the same colors. Look here. Root chakra, sacral chakra, orange, solar plexus with the yellow, and green with the heart. And it says here, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Okay, so we need to stop holding so tight and trying to control everything, because we've also been conditioned to think that we need to control everything all the time. And yes, some of us have, certain conditions that make us feel like we want to be in control, OCD, ADD, whatever the case is. And we do struggle with these things, but to the best of your ability and when you can, try to allow. Okay? I'm going to read that again. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. Do you see all of those are fear-based things? Judgment, opinion, fear, and resistance. Those are things that stop us from being emotionally objective in certain situations, okay? When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So Spirit's asking you to let go a little bit and just allow, because it wants to show you what is possible. All right, it wants to show you what can be brought into your life. And those are things that we cannot perceive of. We haven't thought about them. They're not within our imagination or our perception, because we've never experienced them. So let Spirit bring in new and different experiences for you. Just allow. Don't try and control everything. Don't judge everything. What other words did they use here? Don't try and resist. Don't be afraid. Those are all things that debilitate you and stop you from being able to create an experience. We don't want that. Okay. Shamanic Healing Oracle. Let's see what comes up here. All right. Is there anything that goes with this alchemy card, please? Anything that goes with alchemy? Here it comes. Okay. Abundance. Oh, that's beautiful. Quite interesting, because it's in the Chinese horoscope, it's the year of the snake, the wooden snake. And here are these coins that are associated with abundance that a lot of people use to bring abundance into their lives. And I feel like this is fertility and abundance and stability, all of these things that have the ability to come into our lives. And here it is pairing with the alchemy card, okay? So just a reminder, it says the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So this is like moving out of a negative mindset of lack, of not having. Okay, and this is saying the potential for abundance is here. If you use your thoughts and your intentions, and you watch your thoughts. Like I said, you can manifest physically anything that is either positive or negative, and that's your choice. Okay, whatever you choose to manifest is going to be your choice because of the energy that you are giving off and where you would like your thoughts to go. Remember, where your thoughts go, your energy flows. You don't want your thoughts going into, I don't have, I lack, I'm jealous of this person, I'm fearful of this. None of those low vibe energies. You are either in a vibration of love or you're in a vibration of fear. So check with yourself every day where you're at. Okay. Is there something that goes with this transition card, please? Frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of ever-changing nature of existence and our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process. That's telling you again, allowance, letting go, surrender, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. So we don't really have to do anything major and life-changing at the moment. We just have to watch our thoughts, because those are the things that manifest. Those are the frequencies we need to be aware of. Anger is coming up here with transition. We need to try and transmute this or sort this out. Maybe there's things we're angry about that are going back years and years that we really would do ourselves a big service if we let go of. Okay? And this is talking about divine timing as well. I think this is actually potentially wonderful energy here. This is really, I feel like we are protected in so many ways. And if we are worried about something, or we've actually just taken action, or something has happened that's made us leave a situation or break up a relationship or deal with something in that kind of way, I feel like that is maybe necessary. Maybe we needed to vent some anger or something to that effect, and that has now put us into a different situation, and maybe we regretful about that or concerned about that. But this is saying, don't worry, there's divine timing here as well that's bringing this transition. Like, things that are happening now are meant to happen. But I do feel like if you have vented your anger about something, or you've been angry about something, this is a number 10. It's a 2 and an 8. It's like you need to be done with this. If you've said what you need to say, then that's fine. Or you need to say what you need to say, get it said. Make peace with it. Stop holding on to it, because you're doing it to yourself. Okay, holding on to that anger is your choice to hold on to that anger. You can't blame it on anybody else anymore. And you're not doing yourself any favors. When we hold on to anger, we're also not affecting the other person. We could be angry with someone for 10 years and they've moved on and they've forgotten that that thing even happened. And here we are carrying this bag of rocks that we're lugging around and just putting additional weight on ourselves and pressure on ourselves. Okay. And if this is happening, whatever's happening around this is transformational. It's transitional. And it's happening for a reason. It's divine timing. And I feel like this might involve more than 2 people even. Okay, so if you did get angry and you needed to vent, it's probably the best thing that happened, or it's what it is supposed to happen for you. Okay. 9s and 10s here as well. We're reaching the end of something, and we're going to find closure with a lot of things, and find closure with the things that come from a place of fear. Do yourself the biggest favor of your life. If it's fear, anger, what are all the things it says here? Resistance, fear, judgment. Look at those things and say, why am I carrying this with me? This is not serving me. This prevents me from being the alchemist of my own life. This is not constructive for me. Okay, so let's see what else. What goes with authority, please? Oh, I've got the wrong deck of cards here. Okay, I was supposed to obviously pull this. If you get nervous, focus on service. I picked up the wrong deck of cards, but she obviously wants to speak to us. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Okay, so that's exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said tend to your garden, tend to whatever it is, look after your family, the little things that you do, make sure that you're putting love into all the things you do. And you don't need to make this enormous difference in the world and affect 1 million people. But you know what? Every time you do something, every time you put a thought out there, it goes into the cosmos. It joins the frequencies of the universe. You are affecting everybody around you. If you're going to be miserable, if you're going to be greedy, if you're going to be resistant to everything, fearful of everything, eventually that energy permeates to everybody around you. So you need to be so mindful of this, and you need to be doing everything. Every thought and action you put out there must be for the intention to make the world a better place. And the law of attraction says that will be attracted back to you automatically. Okay, thank you very much, lovely angel. Okay, so let's see here. Authority. Maybe I'm being told to use the other deck. No, this card popped out, and then I was about to put it back, and it popped out of my hand again. So here we go. Honoring your energy. Okay, this is authority. Frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Okay, also honoring our own energy is so important here, because we need to conserve our energy. We need to direct our energy. We need to honor our own energy by not allowing people to take it away from us. And also not say, well, I can't help it because of this and that and that. You have that true authority. You need to realize that. You need to be powerful and directed and mindful in the choices and the decisions that you make and the words that you use. Work with spirit to get yourself to a different place. Honor your energy. Don't let people take from you when you just feel like you're throwing your energy down a black hole. When there is reciprocal energy, then you can engage. If you're not being helped out, or that they're not being reciprocal, and I mean, people don't have to give us stuff. If you are, just as an example here, if you are doing for others and it involves giving money or being of service, and they can't give you anything physical back, or they can't give you money back, or whatever the case is, if they are grateful, that gratitude will come back to you in abundance tenfold. You don't need anything more than the gratitude. Okay, so this is about honoring your energy, seeing where you're placing your energy, not giving it to just anybody, and being in authority, being the boss of your own energy. What do I give it to? Who do I give it to? How do I give it? Am I giving it away by maybe, being promiscuous with many different people that I'll never see again? Or, how is this actually happening? And if I'm losing energy, how is it happening? Am I giving to someone who doesn't care, who's never going to change, who has this narcissistic kind of energy, or whatever the case is? We need to govern that. We need to identify it, and we need to say, so far, no further. I'm closing the chapter with this. You're not going to take advantage of me or abuse me anymore. All right, that's vital. Okay, what goes with the earth energy, please? Perception. Okay, so the earth energy card said the frequency of earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal spiritual aspects of our nature. Okay, so like I said to you earlier, just look at things around you. Listen to the birds. Hear the water running. Be connected to spirit. Walk barefoot on the ground and reconnect yourself. Be perceptive, because you need to bring that balance in. We need that balance of the spiritual and the physical. It's imperative. It's what has to happen. It's the only way that we can function. We are not just a physical being. We are not just a spiritual being. We are a physical and spiritual being. And that's the yin and the yang, the balance that comes in. If you work in consort with spirit and you do what you need to do on this earth, you will be in balance. And there's a number 9 and another number 9. Okay? The frequency of earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of nature. Connect to nature and you will connect to spirit. It will bring you back into balance. If your life's not working out, go for a walk, get into a meditation, whatever you need to do to connect to spirit again. And connecting to nature is connecting to spirit. Doing things that are artistic and inspirational are connecting to spirit. Go and paint a picture. Go and do some woodwork. Go have a picnic out in the garden, whatever it is. But connect to spirit and creativity, because that is... connect to nature and creativity, because that is your connection to spirit. You have to balance them. Otherwise, your life will never be in balance and you will never be truly balanced and happy. Okay. All right. Is there anything else from this deck before I take the... Oh, okay. The bottom of the deck is the one. Creativity. There it is. Again, Do you see this cup pouring into other people's cups? This is when we have the energy that we want. This is when we have the unlimited energy, because the universe supplies it to us. We don't only have to use the energy that our body produces, but our body can produce unlimited energy if we're connected to spirit. We can draw from all of those energies around us. We are not just this isolated capsule that cannot have access to the things around us. Like I said, we are receptors and we are transmitters. And so this is pouring into other cups. This is showing us, how do we affect other people and other things? Whatever's pouring out of you is pouring into everyone else. Be responsible with your energy. Cut it off of people who are not deserving of it. Give it to those who are. And be mindful of how you're doing it. Okay, this is emotional and spiritual energy. And this is us pouring it out and how it affects everybody around us. And how that can be a beautiful thing or it can be a toxic thing. And you have the power of alchemy to decide what that is and how it happens. Take more responsibility for the energy that you're putting out there, is what Spirit is saying to you. Don't just say life is happening to me. Life is happening for you. And you're a powerful being and you can direct your own energy. And you've seen in the past, if you think about it, how you've done that. How you've walked into a room and influenced people positively or negatively. How your moods and your emotions affect the people around you. You're transmitting them. You want to transmit love, not fear. And you are responsible for that. No one else can be blamed for you putting out negativity. Step away or move away from things that elicit that negative response in you, or those people who are not coming to the party and are negative people to be around. Okay, because you have to embrace your creativity. You have to allow Spirit to permeate into your life and to help you to direct that energy more effectively for yourself, to bring that transition, to bring that growth, to bring that abundance, and in turn affect everyone around you. And if you affect everyone around you positively, guess what? You are blessed with more positivity. What you give off, you get back. Okay, so let us see what else Spirit has to say to us. This is really wonderful. If you get nervous, focus on service. I'm going to leave that there. All right, what else do we need, please? Is there anything that goes with alchemy and abundance, or any general messages? We'll take whatever you want to give us. There we go. Power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with the situation. All right, if any of you have been seeing a specific type of animal or mention of that, you know, it could be a lot of birds that you're seeing, or you could see a turtle. I think I've seen quite a few turtles lately. There are resources that you can use. There's a wonderful website called Star Stuffs with an S at the end. StarStuff for Freddy, S for sugar at the end. Star Stuffs. And just type into Google Star Stuffs animal totems. All right, I'm not promoting them for any reason other than I have found them to be really great with interpretation of animals. And if you see an animal repetitively, you can even see the word. So you see turtle something, and then you see Ninja Turtles on TV, and then you drive behind someone and they've got a sticker of a turtle on the back of their car, and you see someone else with a turtle necklace. You know, that's when Spirit's trying to say, please look at these messages and these things that are coming through. Or you might literally see this animal all the time, or you might already know what that is. And spirit animals, whether you believe in them or not, they're just symbols coming through to us, and they can change. All right, some people believe they have one specific spirit animal, which I also think is very probable in a lot of instances, because I have an affinity with crows that is actually crazy. Okay, I've had interactions and things that I can't even explain. And so for me, that is very much my spirit animal. When I travel, when anything significant happens in my life, when I need a sign, it comes through them. And so perhaps you have what you would perceive as a spirit animal in your life right now. Otherwise, there will be one that comes to you now to get a specific message across about your journey. All right, so whatever animal it is, look that up. I'm actually going to, I will put a link to Star Stuffs in the bottom in the description of this video. All right, just for ease of reference, I've just thought of that. That would be easy to do. Okay, so look for this or notice it. You're probably already getting these signs. Okay, they can help you with that alchemy, with that transition. This is coming from the earth and nature and the signs they want to give you. What else do we need to know, please? Thank you. Ascended Masters, transition, divine timing. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over you and guiding you. That is really beautiful. This is the divine timing card as well, and transition. The Ascended Masters, you know, those are energies that are around us. They are archetypes. They can be gods and goddesses. Whatever your belief system is, it does not matter. All right? They can be your guides and guardians, angels, ancestors, whatever your belief system is. But know that they are around you. They are powerful. They are loving, and they are wise. And they're watching over and guiding you. You don't necessarily have to do anything else. All you have to do is, like I opened the reading, I say, my guides and guardians, my angels and ancestors, I welcome and I accept your help and your guidance. Thank you very much. I will keep the faith, and I'll keep the faith that the divine timing is correct and things will happen exactly when they're meant to. I will, in the meantime, follow the advice you're giving me. I will honor my energy. I will be perceptive. I will try and find that balance between spirit and physical. Show me what I need to do and show me what is possible. Open up my mind to the infinite possibilities that I'm not able to perceive or that I'm not aware of. I'm open to whatever it is that you want to show me and guide me towards. That's as simple as it is. People think you have to have all these weird and wonderful ways of contacting your guides. They're there. They see and hear everything that's going on every single day of your life. You just have to speak to them. You have to engage with them. And it's not any weird woo-woo stuff that some person's going to appear to you. You know, some people do have visions and dreams of ascended masters or their guides and guardians. Absolutely. But it doesn't always have to be that way. Okay, they don't always need to. It doesn't always have to be some sensational thing where you learn the names of your guides, otherwise you can't speak to them. There's no such thing. They try to communicate with you and speak with you all the time, but you need to speak back. You need to ask. Praying is asking. Meditation is listening. That's why we also have to make that time to be perceptive and receptive and not just pushing out all the time. Okay, what else do we need to know from this, please? Whoops, there we go. Crown chakra. Okay, so there we go. There again is that connection to your interconnectedness with everything. All right, that's what makes us feel disconnected, is when the crown chakra is not receptive. That is your antenna. It says here, pay attention to your ideas. They are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. All right, so if you've been asking for an idea for a business or a project you want to work on or anything, or how do I do this, they're trying to speak to you, but you need to open up. So you can do a very plain and simple meditation. You can do it anywhere, at any time. It doesn't have to last an hour. It can be 5 minutes of your time. Focus on your crown. The color of the crown chakra is usually purple, like an amethyst. If you have an amethyst, you can hold on to it if you want to, but none of those bells and whistles are absolutely necessary. Okay, you can say, please help me to keep my crown chakra open so that I can be receptive of those messages and ideas that are coming through to me from spirit, from above, whatever your belief system is. Pay attention to ideas that are coming through. Spirit's trying to plant them in your head. Okay, that sounds scary, but it's really not. The way that I get my messages a lot of the time when I do readings is I hear phrases and words, and it's just like my own voice in my head. And I'll just all of a sudden have this very prominent thought. That's how they speak to us. They give you those ideas that you need. If you say, how do I solve this problem? And you go and have 10 minutes quiet time, I almost guarantee you that in that 10 minutes quiet time, the solution will come to you. That's how spirit works. Okay, let's do one last card, please. Anything that goes with earth and perception, or just anything we need to know. There we go. Workshops and seminars. Okay, so maybe that's something that somebody's involved in now. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Okay, I don't know what it is that you need to teach and learn. Maybe that is your own thing that you need to do, but here it says perception again. Maybe you need to do something more aligned with the earth. Maybe you need to go and take a pottery class, or do a class on natural remedies, or whatever it is that you feel drawn to. Let's see what the other one is. Twin flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Okay. I'm not someone who's a big advocate for the twin flame narrative. My reason for that is because I'd started doing twin flame readings many years ago and very quickly realized that it was not as common as people were making it out to be. And then further down the line, a couple of years later, it really did become a way of people exploiting other people. Also because, unfortunately, in this industry, there is a huge amount of charlatans that outweigh the people who do their work with integrity and actually want to help people. And the twin flame thing became a very toxic, what do you call it, concept. And it was not what it was originally meant to be. You'll even see there's a Netflix series called The Twin Flame Cult. And that's exactly what it became. And people were exploited because they were throwing a lot of money into this. You know, if somebody has a romantic connection that they are really feeling strongly about, the best thing to kind of go after people with is their emotions. And that's exactly what that is. It's a romantic relationship. It's some of our most intense emotions that we feel. And unfortunately, some people saw the opportunity to exploit that. So in my personal opinion, after doing twin flame readings, they are so rare, and it's just a label that somebody's put on a really strong connection where you've agreed to come back together and try to work something out because you had a wonderful experience with that soul before. All right. And soulmates are the same. They're either going to be karmic, or they're going to be this kind of real congruent, easy kind of connection that you have with somebody. Twin flames are not there to just put you through hell. They will be people, and this, again, I think this is just a type of a soulmate connection. I don't buy the twin flame story, and I don't endorse it. But there are people here that you just feel this affinity with. And sometimes you'll feel affinity with those people initially because your souls recognize each other. But very soon you will find out that your souls recognize each other because this is somebody that you didn't really learn lessons from or get along with well. And that becomes a toxic relationship very quickly. And from this twin flame culty stuff that happened, some people ended up in a toxic, abusive relationship for like 10 years because somebody else told them it was a twin flame. That is wrong, and that is toxic, and those people have wasted years of their lives with misinformation from people that are not good people. Okay, you can agree or disagree with me. You are totally welcome to do so. And I do believe that some people have met people that they were meant to be with, and those souls agreed to meet up again and be together because they love each other and they care for each other, and it's a wonderful connection. And that's when you have that kind of thing. If you're in an abusive relationship and someone's told you that's your twin flame, that is not your twin flame. Your person will point out things where you can make some maybe behavior modifications, or say, you know what, you're doing that and it's really not great, and they'll give you constructive criticism, and you will be receptive to that constructive criticism and make those changes, and they will be good and positive, and they'll get your relationship to the next level. And you will be doing that for the other person as well. It will be constructive criticism that brings positive change, not one person abusing another person, and that person living in misery and despair and not getting out of bed because their twin flames rejecting them and married to someone else. That is not what it is. And if you're listening and that is your situation, I implore you to get yourself out of that situation. Somebody has convinced you through the power of suggestion that you should stay in that toxic situation, and you shouldn't. Free yourself. Okay. For some people, I obviously had to go off on that tangent. All right, anything else, please? Any last messages from the angels? Angel therapy. See, angels they give us therapy. They tell us the hard truths that we need to hear. There's a last one. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to us all. Don't let somebody take advantage of it, okay? Don't let yourself be hurt and pushed over. Don't be afraid to get out of that situation. Reach out to somebody. Send out the frequency. Ask your angels to help you get out of that situation, but take the action that you need to as well. Be in your position of authority. Tap into that. What did this one say? Honoring your energy. Honor your energy. If someone's taking it and causing you to wallow in your own self-pity and telling you that you are stupid and you are rubbish and you are this and you are that, take that authority back. You are divine. And we are all the same. Okay, when it comes to these energetic things, we all deserve the same love and attention and affection, and we need to sometimes give that to ourselves. We are the alchemists. We have the power to do that. We've been brainwashed to believe we don't. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Your bottom of the deck says, listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. What it means by that is it's talking again about the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. When something is wrong, it feels wrong. Don't overanalyze it. Logic and reason is not part of your spiritual intuitive messages. Your body will tell you that everything about this feels wrong or everything about this feels right. Don't be brainwashed and manipulated until you are convinced that it feels right or you're convinced that it feels wrong. Your instincts, your solar plexus and your stomach and your heart and everything will tell you immediately what that is. If it feels right, it's right. If it feels wrong, it's wrong. Don't dilute it. Don't take second opinions. Don't apply logic and reason. Spirit's given you a very straightforward and direct message. You may not like the answer, but that will be your truth. Your body feels it. It feels like butterflies and excitement, or it feels like you've got cement in the pit of your stomach, and this is a bad thing. If it says it's bad, it's bad. If it says it's good, it's good. Learn to trust yourself, because yourself is your guides and guardians, is your higher self, is the universe speaking to you. Learn to trust that. Learn to trust your own authority and divinity. Make your own decisions. That's when the transition and the alchemy comes in. Okay, trust the messages coming through as well. Okay, I'll leave you with that. I'm sorry if it's a very long video for some of you, but they're definitely very important and strong messages that needed to come through. Immerse yourself in creativity. If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And how can you make the world a better place for yourself? If you are suffering through any of these weird belief systems, how can you make the world a better place for yourself? Okay. The law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Surrender. Say, okay, whatever no longer serves a purpose in my evolution, Spirit, please get rid of it. And then embrace that change. Embrace that symbolic death of that thing. And that's when the alchemy and the transition comes in. Transition cannot come without us accepting and surrendering. And once we do that, we think, why didn't I do that before? Okay, I leave you with that. I love you very much, all of you, for being here, and I thank you, and I wish you a wonderful week further. Take care and chat again soon.